Hello! After like 50 years of not being on here. Hold on, of course I forgot to put a lip product on. Okay, who knows if that matches or not, but did not really feel like going up to get my lip product for my purse. But anyways, this is going to be a makeup haul video. It's going to be a large collective haul. It's not meant to be, but it has been the makeup that I purchased over a very long period of time. I want to say since the last Sephora sale, that's the last time, like, when this haul will start. So I only got one thing from the Sephora sale, and it was a sunscreen. So this is mainly like Black Friday purchases, everything like that. I have it all in this cute Tower 28 tote bag that they sent over. But I first wanted to like go ahead and explain like where I've been. And so if you're not interested in that, just skip past this part. But essentially, I've been on a lot of like smaller breaks within the past month, 2 months. So December, I had finals for my classes, so of course that was busy, naturally. Immediately after finals, I moved out of my apartment in Gainesville. I'm not leaving that apartment, I am moving back into it in next fall, but I got an internship in a different city, so I moved out of there, and I'm back home. Have not decorated anything. I don't know how I'm going to make my background look cute because it's literally my closet and my door. So I don't know how it's going to be cute, and it's also very late at night. But anyways, so I moved in here, and then immediately after that, I went to Minnesota for holiday. And then I came straight back, and like 3 days later, I had to start my internship, and in those 3 days, I had to buy a car. So it's been very hectic. It's my second week of my internship, and I'm not even settled. I'll be honest, my room is a mess because I had to move everything home. I don't have a dresser here. I don't have the same organization, and I just have a lot of stuff. So it's a mess because I also come home tired, and it's just, I need to give myself some slack because I blame myself like, well, why didn't I prepare, or why am I not posting? But I'm just busy, and that's the fact of the matter. I'm hoping like from now on I can be more consistent with 1 to 2 videos a week, but it's really, I'm gonna have to see how it goes. Right now I'm feeling more confident that I can do it because I don't know, I'm just feeling like I can do it. It's just going to require a lot of time management on my end because I wake up at 6 a.m. and I don't get home until 6 p.m. and I go to bed pretty early so that I'm not like dead tired in the morning because traffic going to my internship is awful. So I have to wake up pretty early. And so I thought I would only film on the weekends, but that also is constricting because my boyfriend and I are long distance, and it's only been 1 weekend and we've already visited, and I'm sure we're gonna visit most weekends, and I don't really want to film then. So I'm filming at, what time is it? 6 p.m. and so the lighting is bad. I have had this makeup on for 12 hours now, but I'm excited to film. It's been so long of me talking, and I'm sure most of you guys don't care. So anyways, I'm just going to get on into the haul. I don't want to focus my channel solely on new makeup products, and I've had that goal too for Instagram because as of lately I haven't been posting as much, so everything I do post is something new, and I really just don't really like that because I don't want to focus on just having new things constantly. I think my goal for 2022 in my makeup collection is to have a really realistic relationship with makeup where I'm really loving on my products. I want to love and use my products because sometimes I feel like I have products and I don't even know how I feel about them, and I want to really get to know every product in my collection. So a goal of mine also is before I buy a new product, I have to really have a solid review on the product of the same category that I just brought in. So if I bought an eyeshadow palette, I really want to get to know and use that eyeshadow palette before I buy a new one. Obviously, there's going to be some cases where I'm just going to be buying like 2 things right in a row, but I have just had that realization that watching a Hannah Louise posted video. She was reviewing a mcgrath palette, and just the relationship she has with makeup is what I really want to have with makeup, and getting to know and love everything I have. So with all that said, let's talk about a bunch of new products. So again, this is over the course of quite a few long time. I'm going to start with the obvious. Tower 28 sent over their Sos Spray. This is the same formula and everything like that. It's just in a new packaging. It's PCR. So what my internship is in packaging. I do packaging for beverages, but same sort of deal. California is changing their legislation to have more recycling laws on their products. So I'm sure that played a role into making this, but nevertheless, I think this is such a cute bottle, and I'm glad that they switched to this anyways. So thank you, Tower 28. I don't really know what order to go in, so I'm just gonna reach in and grab stuff. First, my Black Friday order. I want to say this is the only thing I ordered actually on Black Friday, and it's from Victoria Beckham Beauty. The first is the, doesn't have the name on it, the Bitten lip tint. So it's a lip tint in the shade Bitten. I think I would like this better in the more peachy shade because I do really love the formula of this, but when I apply it, it gets really patchy on my top lip and makes me look like my lips are chapped or just something weird, like really uneven. And I don't know why, because I have friends who love this, so I don't know if I just need really moisturized lips before this, but it just kind of looks uneven. And so I've been trying to love it, but it's not something I can just apply because I can't trust that it's gonna look good. That's what the tint looks like, and I don't know what it is. It's on my top lip, which my top lip isn't the same size as my bottom lip. I don't know. I've been experimenting with like applying less product, applying a little bit more, sharing it out with my finger. I don't know. If you have any tips, let me know, but it's a beautiful color. The formula is absolutely amazing because it dries down, but my lips still feel really plush, and normally with things that dry down, even if it's not drying, it's still not hydrating, versus this is fairly hydrating for what it is. And then let me wipe this off before it stains. Well, that's a little too late because it already did. And then I got a lid luster in the shade Chiffon. I need to use this more because I got this like right before I left for my trip, so I really didn't use it, but this is stunning. I love this shade of the lid luster. It's just like a light champagne. It looks like this. Just, it's so stunning. I'm actually gonna wear this tomorrow that I'm swatching it, but it's so pretty. It has that like mature sparkle, but it's still pretty, like reflective, but it's nothing too chunky or over the top. It's almost like a scattered sparkle. I don't know, but it is really beautiful. It has a good amount of base pigment, so I like wearing this, which is a bronzer in the crease, for a beautiful look. Formula is stunning, and this glass packaging is to die for. So I have been really enjoying the lid luster, and then the lip tint I'm like meh on, and I'm kind of wishing I didn't buy it. All right, next I got this through Octoly, and I have not been able to stop using this. I have been using it basically every day of 2022, and it's the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I don't know why I thought I wouldn't like this, because it's a cult classic, but wow, this has changed my makeup game, especially with foundations that are finicky or I just don't love on my skin. I applied this beforehand and everything applies better. Makes my skin really plump and hydrated. Everything on top of it will apply very smoothly, and it won't emphasize my skin at all. Like the LYS foundation sometimes looks heavy on my skin or thick, and this just solves the problem. And I've been wearing this week with the Rare Beauty foundation. Haven't had a single worry about dryness, and this is just so good. And I don't see myself not using this before foundation. It's a unique texture too. I wasn't expecting it. It's not like a super thick cream, but it's not like a gel. It's like a, I don't even know. It's a very unique texture. It's not a thick moisturizer, but I would say it's like a pretty nourishing moisturizer. It does have a scent, but it goes away. It's like a makeup-y scent, so been loving that. Next is something I'm so happy about. I won my first ever giveaway on Instagram from Tailored Beauty Edit. I love her account, and I can't believe that I won this, but it's the Cuda Beauty Rose Quartz eyeshadow palette. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't actually worn this one yet. I used one of the sparkle shades to apply on top of my eyeshadow look, like at the very end of the day. And I think I just need to swatch these more because I just haven't worn them to work because I don't want to put on a blue shimmer and suddenly be stuck with like a blue eyeshadow look for work. But stunning shades in here. I just wish that they weren't blue because then I could wear it for every day. But otherwise, I could totally see myself getting a lot of use out of this. The mattes are stunning, and I want to just play around and find those more neutral shimmers that I can use for work. And even the ones that are more bold are so stunning. They're like duochromes, especially this shade like Moon Magic. It looks almost like blue-green here, but then when I look at it, it's a pink. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. Do you see that beautiful shift? So it's a stunning eyeshadow palette. I just have heard some mixed reviews based on if you like the colors or not, but I'm sure the formula is similar to the Mercury retrograde, which I love. So thank you so much, Taylor, for sending this to me. I am so grateful, and I didn't believe that I would have this eyeshadow palette because I don't know, it's just an expensive eyeshadow palette that I wasn't really willing to spend the money on, but now that I have it, I'm really excited for it. I think this shade, like Energized, might be a good like everyday neutral shimmer. So if you had this palette, let me know what shades are your favorite for everyday, but such a stunning palette, and thank you, Taylor. I got some PR from M Cosmetics. I got a few things, and I'm going to film an M Cosmetics video this month, actually. I meant to film it in December, but I just really wanted to use the products that I haven't used a ton before I film the video so I could really have a solid review on them. So first is actually in this drawer. I got another shade of the So Soft blushes. This is the shade Lychee. Really pretty, like peachy pink. I love the formula of those, as you guys know. And then I also got the So Soft bronzer. Well, this is the contour shade. This is the shade Terra, and I'm gonna like save my full review for the video, but this is the same beautiful formula as the blush, and the color actually works pretty well for me as a bronzer. The Moonbeam highlighter is probably my favorite out of everything that they've sent. It is a cushion highlighter. It's the more gold toned one, and it is stunning on the skin, and it just blends right in, but adds a really beautiful natural, yet like it actually does something on the skin. It's so beautiful. It's like a creamy glow, but I'm pretty sure it does set down. I do set my face, but it's a really beautiful formula, and I have been using this one quite a bit. You can't really tell, but the packaging is like a pink reflectiveness, but really like the formula on this. And then the powder highlighter, I have the shade Clarity. I don't like this one as much, and I don't think this is my favorite highlighter in my collection at all. It is a nice formula, but I find it's just pretty like metallic-y, that it doesn't look metallic on the skin, but I just have to be careful to take a very small amount. Otherwise, I am gonna like see, like this is where I applied the highlighter, versus I like it to look like more like a buffed sort of look. This one is a little bit more obvious, but I need to play with this one more. I've only used it a few times, and I think if I take a small amount and really buff it into the skin, it'll work, but I really like something that is more sheer right off the bat. And then Kyla, sorry, a lot of this is sent to me. I told you I'm not buying much. Kyla sent me some M Cosmetics items that she decluttered. So first is the Heaven's Glow Powder Blush in the shade Magic Hour. Now that I pulled this out, I realized that M Cosmetics also sent me Venetian Rose. I have not used Magic Hour, but it's a really pretty peachy pink everyday blush. I've heard mixed reviews on this one about it being like a pretty light pink that doesn't really show up, so I'm excited to use this one and see how I feel about it, because I do like the shade Faded Clementine. Venetian Rose I haven't fallen head over heels with yet, but I just don't think I've used it enough because it is pretty pigmented, so in the mornings I'm a little bit nervous to pull it out. And then she sent the eyeshadow palette in Venetian Rose, which so excited to have. I almost bought this one when it first came out, but it's full of beautiful rosy tones, and Tara uses this. I have not filmed it. Wow, I'm tripping over my words. Tara uses this one a lot, so I'm really intrigued by this shimmer. Just reminds me of Tara, so I'm excited to have this palette, and thank you so much, Kyla, for sending these to me, and then M Cosmetics for sending the other things. Let's get into some things that I purchased myself. A new love, like this is my favorite thing that I'm talking about in this video, the Makeup by Mario Foreplay Everyday Quads, the nudes. This is the shade Nude one. It comes in really basic white packaging. It's pretty small. I think this one is like 25 bucks, which for Sephora, that's not bad, but y'all, this color story is everything. I use this one to like set my eye primer. This is the perfect like crease shade because it's like a muted rosy neutral pink, and I love it. And then this is a beautiful shimmer. It's kind of like a glittery topper, but not super intense, and it has a bit of base pigment, but look how beautiful and reflective that is. And then this other shimmer is also gorgeous, and it sheers out really well if you don't want it to be dark. But all of these shades, the mattes and the shimmers, are so creamy. Like, my finger just glides in the pan. They're so easy to blend out, and this has been a go-to before work because they're just so easy to apply. I'll either apply this shimmer and then add this one on top, or just go in with the lighter shimmer, but so beautiful, and I'm kind of tempted to get the shade Nude 2, which I know Tara really likes, but formula on this is so good, and the shades, especially in this quad, are my perfect everyday shades. Another thing that I purchased, which I'm so excited about, it's like one of the, I think it's my most recent purchase. I haven't been purchasing much in January, but I got the Pat McGrath, I got this in December actually, I lied. The Pat McGrath Bridgerton collab. It's the Divine Blush and Glow Trio Love at First Blush. I really liked Bridgerton when it came out, and I was like, I'm not gonna get it because I'm just buying it because it's Bridgerton, but ultimately, like, I don't need the products. And then I ended up caving because there's a discount code, and I do know that I like the formula of these products, and like, it's just such cute packaging. It's more like a cardboard, but it's like pretty sturdy cardboard, and it's a really strong magnet. This is what it looks like. It has 2 blushes and a highlight. And I'm excited because I can finally try out the shimmery blush formula, because I love the Divine blush in the shade Divine Rose. It's my favorite blush in my collection. It's just so beautiful on the skin. So this one has the shimmer formula and then the matte formula, and then also a highlighter. So I did have a Pat McGrath highlighter, I just didn't use it, so I'm giving it to a friend. But this one I'm going to use now that I have it. I'm wearing a very sheer amount today. I tapped my brush into it and I just buffed it onto the skin. And even though it is a more intense highlighter, it is so easy to blend out. And unlike the Cosmetics one, it just doesn't look noticeable on the skin. It still looks, I don't know, more sheer. Granted, I've been wearing this makeup for 12 hours, so don't take this as the most accurate idea. But I also use this shade on the cheeks today. It's the shade Nymphette, and this highlighter is the shade Venus Nectar. And it's a really pretty, like, warm toned pink shade, and I think it goes with my look pretty well. And then I also came with this bright pink shade, which is the shade Cherish. And I want to try this one out and see if I apply a sheer amount, if it's like Daphne cheeks. I don't know. I just think the shades in here are really pretty, and I'm excited to play with these new formulas. And I did cave, but I haven't been making many purchases, so I justified it as like a pre-internship gift to myself. I'm really jealous of the people who got the eyeshadow palette, but I just knew that I didn't need it. And now I at least have the Bridgerton makeup, so I don't have to feel too bad about it. I did post a reel of this on my Instagram if you want to see swatches, but I can stand by the formula of this. I think she's restocking it if you're interested, but formula is great, and I'm excited to play around with these colors. Okay, this is probably the oldest thing in here. I bought this, I don't even know when I bought it. I think before Black Friday, and I haven't even used it yet. It's the Rose Ink Lip and Cheek Color in the shade Heliotrope. I have not even touched it. I kind of regretted getting it as soon as I got it in the mail, because I have colors that look like this, but oh well, I got this for like $9 or something, so I wanted to take a picture on Instagram because it has a really interesting texture, but I just haven't done that, so it's just been sitting in my collection. Looks like a toilet seat. It is a really pretty, like, everyday warm toned rose color, but I don't know. I need to take a dip and play with it because it's made so many people's favorites list. It's just not something that ever super intrigued me, but I did hear it's really long lasting, which could be good for me since I've been wearing my makeup for so long. So I need to take a picture of it, and I need to just use it. So I'm going to probably take a picture of it this weekend and maybe put it in my makeup rotation next week, because I just need to use it. And I could see myself wearing this a lot because it would match with all my eye looks. So I don't know what I've been doing, but that's just been something that's been sitting in my collection for a long time. I have 4 more things. 3 were sent to me, and 1 I bought. So I'm going to do every other. First, I got the Rare Beauty setting powder through Octoly, but I was really late in getting it because I was on a plane when it came out. So I ended up getting the shade Medium Deep. I thought I could use this as a bronzer. I tried it out one night just before I got in the shower, so it wasn't an accurate representation, but it was pretty orange on me. So I don't know if this will work for me as a bronzer. I might just pass it along to a friend, but it did come with the powder brush. This I'm still forming my thoughts on. I have been using it as a powder brush. It is super soft, as you can tell, but I feel like it would almost be good as a bronzer brush because it's just really nice and flexible and soft. But I've been using it as a powder brush. I'm still collecting my thoughts. I don't think it adds like a heavy set, but if you want a light dusting of powder, this is probably going to do a good job. And I do like Rare Beauty brushes, but I think the foundation brush is still my favorite over this one. still glad to have it because I could use a new powder brush besides a flat top one. So this one has been nice. I'm not sure if it's worth like buying a high-end brush though. All right, next I bought this when it was 50% off. It's the Tom Ford Cream and Powder Eye Color. I never thought I would own one of these, but it was half off and I got it. I have not used it yet. I'm going to use it this week because I finally took photos of it. I know, but first thing I will say, the packaging is not high-end at all. These are like $80. I think I got it for 30 something, but Auric is 30 or 40 something, which is still expensive, but it comes in glass packaging, and this is like drugstore plastic. Like it's very cheap, and I don't even know. It's not even the same as like the Bobbi Brown, which this is plastic, but it's a heavier plastic. This is a super lightweight, like drugstore level plastic, but whatever. It's like a golden, not even golden, it's a peachy pink color. It reminds me of Charlotte Tilbury Rose Gold, so I'm interested to see how similar that one is. And then the topper shade, I do like the lid on this. It's still a cheap plastic, but it's nice and I like the white packaging. It's a little bit wider than the Auric, I want to say. Yeah, but like this is heavy glass frosted packaging, and this is very lightweight. So anyways, this is what the topper looks like. I think the topper looks absolutely stunning, and I'm gonna have to play around with this. I heard it's a pretty similar formula to the Charlotte Tilbury Ice to Mesmerize, which is like a whipped moussey cream. So I'm excited to try this one out, but I don't know if I could recommend this just based on the packaging alone because this is so expensive. But I do see myself getting use out of this for like an everyday since it is a pretty color. And last but not least, Patrick Ta sent me a package. When would I ever think I say that? But so exciting. Thank you so much. They sent me a blush duo. They're doing like some promotion because a lot of people got the same thing where they sent a blush duo and then a brow. What did I just do? Well, I don't even know how that happened because it's not on my nails, but this got scratched, which is sad. But this is the shade Oh She's Different. It's like the berry color, which looks just so pretty for like a winter flush color. Just looks like a really pretty color. I have been using the shade She's That Girl. This has been like my go-to blush just for work. But I've been mainly using the cream side. I don't know, I just like the hydration of creams, and then the powder is pretty pigmented, so I always go like full amount on the cream, and then I'm like, oh wait, I don't have any more room for color on my face for the powder, but I'm excited to play around with this. I do know I like the formula. And then they sent over the brow wax. I did own the tinted one of this in the past. I did declutter it because I just didn't use it. This is the clear one. I might use this one because I have a few brow gels that don't really have hold. They just add color. So I might try it with that, but it's really something that I don't like having that step in my makeup routine. I'd rather use a gel where I just swipe it on instead of having to worry about, that really scared me. It's my cat. I don't want to have to worry about like spraying it, getting a swoolie, all that. I just find it not worth the effort, and I don't like super fluffy brows, but alas, I do have this. So I'm excited to use it, and that is the end of my makeup haul. She came here for the beginning and now she's here for the end. So I'm sorry that it was just all mostly sent to me, but I do want to get back to making, I want to get back to making content, especially just about things other than new products. I need to film a project pan video, but I need to gather my thoughts on what I want to do for that, because I've been really liking my relationship with makeup right now, which is to just kind of reach for what I like. I have an everyday makeup drawer, but I do reach for other things if I want, and it makes me a lot more motivated to want to put on makeup in the morning if I know I can just reach for whatever I want. So going to decide about what to do with my project pan. I'm sorry for my prolonged break, but I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. By the way, on my eyes is Patrick Ta, the eyeshadow palette, and then on my lips is Tower 28 Coconut. So thank you guys so much for sticking around with me and being patient. I really do appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys soon with videos 1 to 2 times a week. We'll see how it goes. But anyways, hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.